I don't speak the language. Could you teach me?
Spent my whole life looking for love. Somebody told me attention is one hell of a drug. Got me fighting my intentions when we cutting the rug. Love the way you compliment me, fell in love with the love, man. Hey, this shit fucking me up. Every time that I see you, feel like I'm catching a buzz. Back when I was a shorty, I didn't know what it was. I tried to fight all the feelings, but I was catching a buzz. Like, nah, baby, we don't break dance, but I make bands, and I shake a great hand.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Loft 313. I'm your host, Felix, a.k.a. Felix the Don, a.k.a. Top 2 and Not 2. Man, we back with another good episode for y'all today. Just make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We're going to keep it rocking with y'all every other week this season. So, man, we got a real special guest today. Welcome my boy, Danny G. Man, how you doing, Danny?
What up, Felix?
Bro, it's good to see you, man.
Good
I appreciate you popping out on us, man. I met Danny, I think it was last year. We met last year for the first time in person. He was working out at Get Fresh Studio. Our boy Gamo. Shout out my nigga Gamo. We did the song with Crispy Life Kid. We appreciate you plugging us with that.
Hell yeah.
Shot the video actually in this same studio. It looked a lot different, but it was in the same room. Recorded the song with Danny. Danny G's on the beat, and that shit was fire. And man, I just been following your journey ever since meeting you last year, and it's just been crazy to see the growth in this amount of time.
Yeah, no, it is kind of crazy. I feel like I've only been like in the scene for like 3.5, 4 years. I don't even know if it's 4.
Word, yeah, that's crazy. That's super new. So we gonna get to know you a little bit better. The viewers gonna get to know you a little bit better, and we gonna have a good time, man. So we gonna start it right out. So basically, I want to know where you from. Where did you grow up? Let's start there.
All right, I'm from a small little town called Walled Lake, or Commerce Township, but it's like the same shit.
Yeah, we did.
I actually
did a
grew
show
up
out
with Gamo.
Yeah. He told me.
He moved from the city in 7th grade.
Okay.
And we were friends ever since. It was the first day of like 7th grade. We had a class together, and we were friends ever since.
Yeah, dog. That's my boy. I met Gamo in the studio here actually in like 2017, and that's literally same thing. Met the nigga that day. It's been my boy ever since that day. It's a good dude right there. Make sure you check out Gamo. I am Gamo on everything. The nigga's music is crazy. But so what school did you and Gamo go to?
We went to Sarah Banks Middle School together.
Didn't y'all play football together and shit?
I didn't play football. We skated together actually.
Okay.
He played football, but I skateboarded and shit. So
okay.
I kind of got him into it, and we used to skate around the neighborhood.
Word, I got you. Yeah, Gamo's into all type of different shit, dancing, skating.
That's what he was. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was dancing. He's been dancing since he was a kid.
And then you said you've been in the music industry for a few years, but when did you get your start in producing? I know you rap and write a little bit as well, but where did you get your start, and what made you want to start doing music?
Shit, man. Like, I've always liked music. My grandpa played the piano. My dad played the drums. Just like family full of musicians. But I never really like got into like playing anything. I didn't like, I played the guitar a little bit, but and hip hop, so I always liked hip hop. So
okay,
I want to say, like, I just used to, like, when I was a kid, I used to just be like, how do they make the beats though?
Yeah,
because like it was just like, you know how like a rock band makes the music, but I was always intrigued by it, and I want to say, like, I probably had a friend, Mefta Beats. He was like the only dude that made beats in our school. Well, we went to different schools, but there really wasn't anybody producing back then. But yeah, I just kind of hung out with him, and I was skateboarding, so like I was kind of too scared to like try it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to feel like I was like just doing it because he was doing it. But really, like, that whole like Lex Luger era, 808 Mafia, Future, like, really got me pumped to make beats. And it was like 2013 or 14 when I first like ever tried to make a beat.
Yeah.
And then really it was on and off. Like 2019 is when I like took it serious.
Okay. So yeah, so you really been doing it for almost 10 years now. That's when I started making music too, in like 2014, I think. Yeah, that's what's up. So you said 808 Mafia, Lex Luger. We did we had a tape that we had produced by them. Who are more of your inspirations when you producing? Like, who did you come up listening to, and who did you study when you was learning how to do it?
Man, I want to say like I was a big Wayne fan, Gucci Mane. Well, that's like before I started, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what drew me into like because Atlanta was like popping off,
Popping.
and Future, but like probably more recently like just like on the Detroit sound, like hell of a producer that I always like looked up to, Meech, Jose the Plug.
Jose the Plug, okay.
But yeah, because I was like I found Doughboys Cash Out like 2008 or something, a long time ago.
Yeah, they've been out for a minute, man.
Yeah, that's probably like around the time they started.
We was listening to Doughboys like I remember like middle school homecoming in the limo.
Yep.
Dog bumping our dog.
They never played it. They never would like. I don't know, bro. People didn't fuck with Michigan, bro.
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
I'd be at parties and I'd like get the aux and I'd be playing like No Deal on Chill, and then like me and like some of my homies like really fucked with it. We're going crazy to it, and then other people would just be like turning their necks like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah, man. It took a minute for people to get behind the
on.
Detroit sound for real. I think once First Day Out went stupid, shit started changing at that point. Like obviously people was coming out of Detroit before that, but
yeah,
Dex
could have. I feel like Dex could have had it.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, it was very short lived, unfortunately, and then it was like dark for like another like year.
Yeah,
until that.
Once First Day Out blew up. And then everybody that started coming behind that, and that momentum has just gotten greater ever since. Like, and it's not slowing down. You got so many popping artists in the city right now. It's crazy. And speaking on that, like, you know, you right in the middle of that shit right now, for real. So we gonna hop into that, man. So Baby Tron, you one of the if not the hottest nigga in the city right now. You know, how did you were at the Hip Hop Lab with Lando Bando and all those guys. So how did that come about? Tell us about where that relationship started.
Well, I want to say like 2019. I went to jail for like a year, so I was like in the dark. Like I didn't know who Rio was because around like 2018, that's like when he kind of came out, right?
Yeah. That nigga said went to jail.
Because I remember hearing people talk about TJX6 and Shitty Boys, like a couple like young kids in there, and I'm like, I didn't know, like I couldn't relate. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these guys are.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I didn't find out until I came home. Actually, when I came home, I went to Riverside Skate Park, and this kid had this giant ass speaker, and he was bumping Legendary, like loud as fuck. The whole park, you can hear it and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, bro? This shit's so hard. I'm like, who is this? He's like, this is Real Young OG.
Yeah.
And I fucking Shazammed it and looked it up as soon as I left. But I just was like kind of getting into the new Flint and Detroit sound. Like I was listening to Quan and TJ and Shitty Boys a lot.
Okay.
And really, I just was like a fan. And it was like around like the pandemic when my girl, I was making beats at the crib. My girl was like, because I kept playing Jesus Shuttlesworth, and she was like, why don't you just make a Shitty Boys beat? Because at that point I was just kind of aimless, and I was making just, I don't know, like just trying to make like industry shit. Like I had no plug or no connections, nothing. And then I remember I was playing Warzone. I almost didn't even do it, but I was like, man, I'm about to make one. I made the first one ever, and then I actually tagged Tron and Stan on this little snippet. And I went outside, and I was raking some leaves out front, and then Stan actually hit me back. And then ever since then, I really just kept flooding him with beats. He's like, man, this shit is so crazy. You got any more? And I'm like,
yeah,
I can
have
make
some.
like,
I can have some real quick.
So that's where that started, and then I started tapping in with TRD. Shout out to TRD. TRD really, me and him just been super locked in. He's really like a dot connector.
Okay.
Because me and like D introduced me to Lando, like when that happened. But so I was just working with them, and I started like booking sessions because I'm like, how can I just get in the room and just start like making songs, like instead of just sending shit, because I'm like, I'm here in the city right now, like I don't even want to just be like doing the email thing whatever, texting. Like, that's cool, but
No, it's better to be in the room and you know the vibe is different and you
Yeah.
can create something beautiful when you actually got those different perspectives in a room together rather than just sending shit back and forth. So I feel you there.
yeah, I want to say, like, I met Primo in 2019, and like he was doing the ciphers at the radio station with BJ.
Yeah.
He was making all the beats for it, and me and him just like tapped in. So I started. He worked at Suite 328 in Ipsy,
Okay.
and so I met like an engineer, C Mills, and just I'm like, dude, I could just book a session and just get these guys in here, and that's pretty much what I was doing. I was just building with them, and then I met Tron, and just was making shit with them, and then Lando was opening up the studio, and over in Warren,
Yeah.
and he just hit me up. D was like, man, we need an engineer. I'm gonna plug you in with Lando. I didn't know if he was being serious or not at the time, and I didn't know how to engineer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, like I got to learn how to do this shit.
No,
So
for
I started
sure.
recording them a little bit. I wasn't very good, but yeah, Lando just hit me up and was like, I want you to work for me.
That's what's up.
And then we just, just ever since then, it's been locked in with the lab.
Hell yeah. So everything happened pretty naturally too, is what it sounds like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's some of the best music you can make, and y'all, man, niggas is killing the game over there for sure. So what was it? What was the turning point for y'all? Like, what was the song, in that camp where it was like, okay, this shit is gonna be something? Because I seen it happen. Like, I've been in the Detroit, rap industry for, I think, like I said, I dropped my first song in 2014. It's almost 10 years. So I've seen a lot of different eras of music in Detroit, and I seen that shit come to fruition, like from nothing. So what was the turning point when y'all kind of knew that the shit was gonna start turning heads?
With
real?
Shitty Boys?
Yeah.
Man, I really, before I even met them, I kind of already saw it, like, especially like with Tron. Well, I only say that because he just went on like a crazy video run.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Joke Messiah 2, I was like, this shit's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite Tron songs. I know it's old, but I fuck with that. And then Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, that's when I like seen it, and I was like, yeah, these guys are special.
Yeah. Because it was definitely, for me, it was different. Like, different as fuck. And niggas was talking crazy. So I definitely, I didn't know if it was going to work. And then it just blew the fuck up, I feel like, which was crazy. Ever since, it's one of them, somebody said who they said Baby Tron. They was listening to Baby Tron in the NBA Finals like 2-3 years ago. That's when you really knew. It was like, I forgot who said that, but I'm like, I think it was nigga just got traded from the Warriors. He's on the Wizards now.
I can't remember his name, but I
Light
remember
skin nigga,
when
yeah.
that happened, bro.
I remember when that happened too. I was watching that game. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Because at that point, he wasn't like nowhere near as big as he is right now. You feel me? So
that was like a couple albums before Ben Reaper 2, I think, or like when was that? Because I feel like Ben Reaper 2 was like when Tron was like starting to like bubble, and then Megatron, he just started really turning up.
Word. So yeah, so you producing with them and working with them, but you produce for other people as well. You rap a little bit. I remember when I met you, you were showing me and Gamo some shit you was working on.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about your music. So when did you start kind of rhyming and wanting to do your own stuff too? I know you don't. I know you said you kind of just do it for fun, but when did that start?
When I was 5, when I was 5 years old, bro, like I was listening to Eminem. Like I had this friend. Like my parents wouldn't let me listen to rap, like or anything that was like rated R or anything. And like his mom used to just like, she had the Cash Money cassette tapes, like Eminem, all that shit, like Dr. Dre. So we're like just listening to that shit on a cassette tape back in the day, like. But I just remember like just really fucking with it, like Eminem and shit. And I was like, I want to be a rapper. I told my family at Thanksgiving, like the whole family and shit. They're like, what do you want to be? Asking every kid, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then I said I want to be a rapper. And then they all just laughed at me.
crazy. Look at him now. Who
Cousins,
laughing
little ass
now?
cousins are like, I candy rapper. Like what?
Who laughing now,
They
motherfuckers?
just they shut me down. But to be fair, like shit was
No, that's
different.
great.
Shit was different back then.
That's crazy.
We're
say.
talking like
At Thanksgiving.
1999 or something.
Yeah. As a child at a Caucasian Thanksgiving to say you want to be a rapper is crazy.
Even saying you want to be a producer because it just wasn't. I feel like producing wasn't like the bar to entry was like way different.
Yeah.
All the music shit was. Even if you had a band, because it's like, oh, you got to get this equipment. If you're making beats, like, oh yeah, I got to get this drum machine and this synth and this and whatever and the studio time and all this shit.
Yeah.
There's nobody really to teach you how to do the shit back then.
I feel you.
So it just makes sense. It just sounded like a crazy thing. Like, oh yeah, I don't know about that.
No, I feel you 100%. And then so you've always wanted to do it. So when did you make your first song? Like actually rapping, not just producing.
Yeah, technically the first time I made a song was like in my room, like 2019 or something. It's ass. But
It's ass.
really, I started rapping because Sweet Tea and Skid.
Okay.
Yeah, like they were booking sessions with Primo, and I just like Primo posted like a snippet of like one of their songs, and I'm like, dude, these guys are crazy. Like, and I just started working with them. Like, I just fucked with them. So
Yeah,
just kinda took-
yeah. You resemble his rap style a lot. I feel like from the songs you showed me.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely like influenced by the way they rap for sure.
Yeah,
But they kind of got me too, because
Niggas be
before
talking crazy, for sure.
Before I was just like, I don't know, I don't think I should do that. I don't think I could. I think I'm just gonna be a producer. I was like, I don't know if I was like shy or like just didn't.
Yeah, I mean everybody go through that when you
Yeah.
finding yourself as an artist, man. But it's like it's a vulnerable thing to put something out on wax. For real, it really is.
For real.
Like I feel like as artists, I was actually talking to my boy, man. Shout out my boy VMW Cream. We was talking the other day, and he was like, he goes to USC and he's studying music out there. Yeah. So he was talking about like this assignment he has for his music class, and he like, yeah, I got most of my finals and shit done. I just gotta fucking produce, write, and record a song for class, and then I'm good. And just the way he said it is like, it's so crazy that as artists we just, oh, I'm going to the studio tonight, I'm gonna make a few songs. That's not easy. You feel me? And the way we look at it like that, just because we have a gift that we can just, our ideas flow different than other people. The fact that we can go and do that is kind of crazy, and we just don't even think about it.
It's
It's
weird,
just
'cause
everyday life.
It is crazy to do it, but it's also not that crazy.
It's
And
not.
the only reason why I say that is because you just gotta like do it and not overthink it.
Exactly. But
And
I'm
then you gotta
thinking
rip the Band-Aid off.
what I'm
'cause-
saying is about undervaluing it, because it's
Yeah,
not
man.
crazy. Is what I mean. Like we can go do it. You feel me?
Yep.
We get in the studio. I can go to the studio for 3 hours with nothing prepared and come out with 3 songs. I could do
Mm-hmm.
that. If I'm working with Big Chris, like we work quick, but at the same time, it's like that's fucking crazy. You
It
know
is,
what I mean?
but yeah,
Like,
it's like all the time. It's all the time that like leading up to before you ever even made a track was like dreaming about it,
yeah.
and then maybe like rapping with your friends at the lunch table or something. I don't know, like, or rapping it. Maybe not even doing that, just like rapping in the shower or something, and then like you're just kind of working up the courage to do it. And then that first time you hop on the mic and then you're writing, or maybe you start freestyling. It's all like this progressive like learning curve, or I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. The more you do something, you just become more polished at it. It becomes second nature. You do it every day. It's like you're right.
I like what you said though about Chris though too, like, because that's another element too, is like when an artist like locks in with an engineer and then like starts there's like other parts to making music. It's like being able to collaborate with people and like sort of understand, like you and Chris got some thing going on where you don't probably got to say too much to him.
No,
you guys both know.
we get in the booth and it's real easy. We don't even got to do too much talking back and forth. If you've ever been in the studio with me and Big Chris, you can attest to this. It's all very fluid.
But
that's my
that comes
guy.
from just working with each other, and like that's like the other like untold part about making songs and shit. It's like the relationships you have with people and how you interact with other people and shit.
No, for sure. Anton, we had ATP on here, and he was saying the same thing. Like he likes to spend time with the artists, like really kind of just.
That's the clip I saw.
Yeah,
That's the clip I saw.
You feel me? Like go.
Yeah.
What he say? Go out and look at a tree and spend some time in nature together. Smoke a joint, whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do to kind of just bond and spend some time, and that workflow will be a lot easier.
Yeah, it really does like break up the maybe anxiety somebody might have, or just like the being closed off.
I feel you. It's
you can really make music because they're comfortable. Everybody's comfortable.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like. What you got with the Hip Hop Lab, like y'all all just vibing and flowing together, and then as you get more comfortable, you can make some dope shit for real.
Oh,
For real. That's just dope. So you did spend some time coming over to Get Fresh. That's what, like I said, that's where we met. Have you worked with anybody here in this studio that you made some super dope tracks with, or that you enjoyed your time with?
Yeah, like I had Casher Kwan up here.
Okay.
Crispy Life. Damn, I don't know. Yeah. Crispy Life and Kwan used to come up here.
Word.
Lock in with me.
Yeah, Crispy Life was cool. I was here for a little bit tonight when he came when we did that record. He was cool as hell. Who's other than Tron or any of the Shitty Boys or anybody you work with now? Who was your other favorite artist you would say you've worked with?
Yeah, outside of the lab, I would say Rio, Crispy Life, YSR Grams, like. Yeah, I really just fucked with like YSR Grams and Crispy Life's like vibe.
Okay.
And Rio's vibe, like I really liked working with them. I like working with Casher Kwan.
What song did you do with Rio?
Bunch of songs. I got I want to say Dope Fiend Friday and outro on Fiend Lives Matter was like probably the biggest stuff that we did.
And then somebody you haven't worked with. Who do you want to work with?
I forgot to mention Vezo too. I fuck with.
You worked with Vezo?
Yeah.
How was that? I fuck with Vezo. I haven't met Vezo yet.
Solid ass dude.
One of the only I feel like big Detroit people that I have never crossed paths with. I usually cross paths because working in the cannabis industry, you cross paths with fucking everybody. But one person I haven't. But yeah, how was it working with Vezo?
It's just actually like when I first started working with him. Man, I think he was like impatient with me because like I didn't really know how to work with him just yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like punching him in and like I don't know, like just cutting certain shit off, and he's like yelling at me and shit. I remember I was in L.A. with Crispy Life and Grams, and then Vezo had came out, and I got us a studio in Hollywood, and everybody was there, and I'm recording Vezo, and then like some shit happens with like Pro Tools and like the gear, and I'm like trying to figure it out. It's quiet as fuck, and he's just like yelling at me, and you can hear it on the fucking monitors, and like everybody's in there, and I'm like fuck. But and I fixed it. We kept going, but me and him ended up locking in and just like figuring all that shit out. Yeah. So I know how to work with him like good.
I feel
he's a pretty down to earth guy. For real.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's funny as hell.
I like his music, and I just fuck with him as a person.
I feel it. Studio equipment going down be the worst, bro. Me and Crispy in the studio, and sometimes Pro Tools will just take a shit. And you can just see that nigga getting so frustrated, bro. That shit. It has to be the worst. When you have a room full of fucking people, it's quiet as fuck, and that shit is just not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. No, for real. But yeah, especially like when you kind of like figure out like something, you like remember like certain problems and like how to problem solve, and you can get it back up. The Loft 313 is sponsored by Live and Common Citizen.
Wait, so you brought up an artist earlier that that I rock with a lot. Sweet Tea. So how did y'all you said how y'all locked in, like what's it been like working with him, and just tell us more about y'all working together, because I really fuck with him, man. I think the nigga's a dope ass rapper for real.
Yeah, I don't know, I just the stuff that him and Skid rap about is just like, it's like just I don't know, it's just like funny.
It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell.
It's just I don't know, it's entertaining. And
so how did y'all lock in? When did y'all lock in together? How did that come about?
Yeah, Primo had done a couple sessions with them. I think the first time they went up there with Primo, I think they were just making beats, and I had met them. But then the second time they came up there, they actually like rapped, and Primo posted a snippet of it on his story, and I'm leaving the hip hop lab, and I seen it, or I heard it, and I'm just like, this shit is hilarious. Like he said something about bitches pull down their pantaloons when I pull out my doubloons. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that nigga
I'm
be saying
like,
some outlandish shit. It'd be funny as hell.
Sweet
though.
wasn't really rapping as much as Skid was, so I'm like, oh shit, yeah, Skid's hard as fuck. And then, I just locked it. They're like a pair, so I locked in with them, and I got pretty tight with Sweet T. We've just been working probably ever since.
Word.
I got them to book a session, and then for real, like we did this song called Agua. I didn't produce it. I just his boy Guppy produced it, and I just like recorded it and mixed it and mastered it, and it was just so hard. And they shot the video with 12 Mile Kyle, and I just was like playing. I sent it to Lando at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm driving back from the lab, and he just calls me up. He's like, bro, this shit is so hard. Like, should I sign them? I'm thinking about signing them.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, and then, like, I don't know, like, Lando getting busy with stuff, it kind of, like, didn't really happen until kind of like a year later. We revisited the idea.
Yeah.
And Skid kind of like slowed down a little bit, and Sweet Tea was just, me and him were working a little bit more. I just kept pressing it, and then Lando signed him.
That's what's up.
So yeah, we've been working on albums. We got an album coming out.
Yeah, tell us about that. So tell us about when it's gonna drop, what it's called, and how that creative process has been with y'all.
That one's gonna be called Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Great movie if you haven't seen. If you haven't seen it, shame on you, because that's a funny ass movie. That's classic right there.
Yep, and then it's either coming maybe the end of this month or early next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which are both basically the same thing, I feel like.
Yeah, it's around the corner.
Yeah, it's around the corner.
The Loft 313 is sponsored by Coast Cannabis.
You got a Christmas album, man. What's going on with the Christmas album? Tell us about that.
Man, dude, I'm sick because it got taken down.
It got taken down?
Yeah, like a sample clearance.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Put that shit back out. Fuck what they talking about.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna put it back up, but we got to take like a couple songs off.
Yeah.
And it sucks because they're kind of like I wouldn't call them singles, but like last Christmas, we got a video for it.
Yeah.
And then Sweet Tea, we're about to drop a video for his song on there. It's like Feliz Navidad.
Okay.
The video, I think the video is for sure gonna come out. Yeah, the album will probably be re-uploaded. I'm sick though.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bruh. Niggas be tripping. I mean,
I spent like a week like just making Christmas beats.
Is it like, are they just not gonna clear it? Is it something they want from you to clear it? Can you? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Like, cause I can't really speak on it, but I don't really know like what was exchanged. If it was just a cease and desist and like takedown, or if it was like, all right, you can keep it up if you give us this or that.
Yeah, because usually it's a negotiation. It's like,
though.
Nigga, you want to make some money or not? Usually it's a negotiation to be had. If you just want me to take it down, you just hate it at that point.
Yeah. I think what it is, because like with sample clearing, it's always different, because so many people, there's so many different people that are in control of the master to a piece of music.
Yeah,
it could be a label, it could be like the family and the estate. Like I met David Ruffin's son. He came to the lab, and I asked him about clearing some David Ruffin samples, and he's like, that depends. Like if you're talking about like some shoot 'em up, like, drugs, whatever. Like he's like, it's probably not gonna fly. Like he doesn't care. They don't care about the money.
Yeah,
it's like you have to go through them. It could be like, I want to say I had a sample on Bin Reaper 3, and I think that sample was like under $1,000 to clear, but like some samples are like $1 million.
Yeah.
So, and probably for Last Christmas they probably want a bag, or they don't even want us to do it because
of the style of music. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I feel you. I mean,
they don't want to tarnish like the
it makes sense. It's
Jolly
it's crazy
Christmas
for David Ruffin's son to be talking about some shoot 'em up and drugs. Nigga, you know who David Ruffin was? You seen the Temptations movie? That nigga was out here. That nigga was in the streets.
Yeah.
So, but hey, man,
his music didn't definitely. I don't.
It
didn't
didn't
cater to
represent.
that, but
it didn't represent the type of person he was. As
a lot
as
of
an
them dudes back
individual.
then too, like were doing like heroin,
All
and
type of crazy
cocaine.
shit. They was singing them love songs, but them niggas was in the streets for sure. But yeah, man, that sucks. Hopefully you do get to re-upload it and everything goes well. I haven't listened to it, so you gotta send me that shit so I can check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you Last Christmas because that's still up.
I've thought about doing a Christmas song too. I don't know if Gucci got Saint Brick. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs. That shit is funny as hell. The video is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, we're gonna put it right there so you can check it out for a second. Don't copyright this, Gucci. I'm giving you some free clicks right now. But yeah, no, Saint Brick. That shit is hilarious. It's like a Jingle Bells spin.
Speaking on Gucci though, we actually had his new artist Bresden on.
Yeah, I've been seeing it, man. Shout out Bresden. Been vibing with dude and what he been doing, man. Gucci's always signing random ass people, but they be fire. So tell us about that. How did that come about? Because I've been seeing a lot of that on Instagram and shit like that too.
Yeah, I want to say like shortly after I seen him on like TikTok or something. Well, I'm not really on TikTok, but I seen like a TikTok. Shortly after I had seen him, like Gucci signed him. I seen a video of him getting signed, and then probably like a week or two later, they're talking about, yeah, we're gonna have Bresden come out here and do a song with Tron and Sweet Tea. Damn, I forget the name of the song. What the fuck? It's hard as fuck though. But yeah, ever since then we've been pretty locked in. Just came back up to Michigan a few times.
Yeah, I've been seeing y'all. Like I seen when he came down to do the song, and then I've been noticing that y'all still been kind of vibing and rocking together. So that's what's up. Yeah, my boy. Shout out my boy Jay Wavy, man. Wavy fucks with Bresden. He kind of keeps me hip on all the shit going on in that world. Cause I listen to so much different music. It's hard to be super tapped in with people that I'm not talking to on a regular basis. But.
No, for real. I'm the same way, low key. Like, I got a few like people like on Instagram or like friends or people that like put me hip to artists.
Yeah, for sure. You need those people in your life, man. Especially like I said, as musicians, I feel like we probably listen to a lot of different music, so it's hard to digest all that shit. So it's better when you have a lot of people in your life that appreciate music because they keep you hip on what's going on and the different sides of it. For sure.
My boy, Dear God, Team Such Dear God, he just randomly texted he texted me like a video. I think it was like Inferno or the Knack 2 or something. Like this was like before Kosher blew up, and he's like, "Bro, this guy's about to blow up. Watch out for him, bro." I literally tapped in with him. He had like 10K followers, and then that's crazy. He blew up. Like we bridged the gap with like him and Tron. Now him and Tron are like super tapped in.
That's what's up.
They did Mazel Tron. Like that shit's crazy.
I feel like everybody's got somebody like that. My business partner D on the show. He raves about this dude named D Baby. Dude's like a Hispanic, like raw wave kind of type dude. He thinks he's the next big thing. Listen, D Baby, if you blow up, D said you was gonna blow up first. You heard it here on the Loft 313. But no, for real, that's crazy. So man, what else are you working on like right now? What's next for you? Other than I know you said you got the album or coming out with Sweet Tea. Is there anything else that you're working on right now?
We just did. Lando dropped a tape like last month. We got the Sweet Tea album, joint album, and then I'm helping him work on his album.
Okay.
His solo album, and then just like lab guys like Tron's working on a new album. It's not gonna be out for like a little while, but yeah, just making stuff for that. I'm working on a tape with Christ Dillinger.
Okay, I've heard that name.
Yeah, I think he's from like Connecticut, but I just fuck with him.
Okay,
I followed him. He like randomly hit me back and was like, "I didn't know you were following me." I just sent him some beats, and I guess we're doing a tape now.
I guess so. That's how it works, bro.
I'm kind of like all over the place, man. There's just so many different projects
I feel you.
sort of prospects, like sending beats to different guys.
I got you. So one thing I seen that happened to you recently, which was fucking fire, was Rolling Stone magazine. So tell me about that, man. How did that? We'll start with how did that come about? When did you find out that was gonna happen?
Probably like a week before it dropped, I got an email from the photo editor, and man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't know if it's like imposter syndrome or something, but like I was just like, or no, I'm just so used to those. You know how like you get those fake emails from
100%,
scammers?
nigga. Emails, DMs,
So
nigga. I'm not a goofy. We know who you are. But I feel you. But it fucks you up because then you be like, what if this is really an opportunity?
I feel like I almost passed up on it, to be honest, because I was like, oh, I don't know if this is like legit. But then I was like, all right, I'm about to look her up. I looked up her name and like tried to do like some research, and I was on Rolling Stone's page and I seen her name. I'm like, all right, this is probably legit. She had a at rollingstone.com.
Yeah,
email,
that's
so.
it. Yeah, because when you know when it's at Gmail or if it's not the company name as the the domain, then you already know that's a red flag right away.
Yeah,
for
like
artists that don't know that,
like
you feel
Hotmail
me?
or Proton.
Anything like that, nigga, that shit is a scam. If they ask you for any money, them niggas is scamming. They goofy. Don't fall for that.
Yeah,
shit.
and really, she just hit me up. She's like, yeah, we're doing this like 50 years of hip hop, and we're doing artists and producers, top 50 artists and producers that are shaping the next 50 years or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, for sure.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
As fuck.
That's an honor for real.
But she was like, yeah, I just I need some press photos, and I didn't even reply to her because I'm like, I'm about to just go get them done. So I just got some press photos real quick, and then emailed them back to her, and then she was like, yeah, cool, it'll be out Friday. It was totally random though.
Random as fuck. That's what's
and I asked
up,
Lando
though.
too. I'm like, did you know about this? He's like, nah.
No, that's crazy. And
it was people, me, Certified Trapper, and Tron.
Yeah, that's
in there
crazy.
too.
And for people who don't know, I know we live in a different world now with the fucking, with all the internet shit. I mean, I'm not that old, but you remember Rolling Stone magazine, like that's a big deal. Like, I think the 50 years of hip hop cover was 50 Cent, Method Man, Ludacris, and Busta Rhymes. I'm pretty sure, which is fucking insane. So to be in that issue of Rolling Stone magazine is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
congrats on that. That's what's up.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of unbelievable, and that kind of like takes me back too, because when I was like a kid, because my dad played in bands, and one of his bandmates like got him a subscription to Rolling Stone like as a gift. My dad's like, I don't got time to read this shit. Here, you can have it. So I used to read Rolling Stone back in the day. Like, I didn't really read books. I'd read like magazines.
Hell yeah.
And I used to fuck with that.
That shit was full circle.
They used to have the tobacco coupons in there and shit, and I used to save them all. My badass little kid self used to go trade them for Lucy's at the gas station when I was like 14.
Hey, side note,
Shout
this is random as fuck. My roommate found a pack of Newports. That nigga talking about he about to keep them bitches and sell Lucy's at that bar. I'm like, nigga, you was crazy.
That sounds crazy.
Like, why you selling Lucy's at the bar? Dog, that nigga funny as hell. But yeah, that's what's up, man. Rolling Stone is crazy as fuck. Big accomplishment is. Do you have any? Did you get any plaques yet? What's the plaques looking like?
I got 8 right now.
That's crazy.
But I had ordered the first one, which was Bin Reaper 2, a couple years ago. I got it last year, and then I just ordered 3 more of them. So I'll probably get those in like.
So you have 8
they take a
plus
while.
3, or do you have?
No, I have 8. Well, I have 8 that I charted. So, but you got to like apply for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm about to apply because Bin Reaper 3 back to back, and then Megatron 2. Like, I think that's like. Wait, I think it's 7. My bad. So right now I got Bin Reaper 2, Fiend Lives Matter, Megatron 1, and then Dumb and Dumber 3. Those are the ones on the way. Those 3. I just ordered them. I paid for them and stuff. So.
Hell yeah, it's crazy that they make niggas pay for their plaques. I don't know if a lot of artists know that or not, but like when you chart, you do have to apply for it and then you have to pay for it. They don't just send you that shit. So
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like I remember when I was younger, like before I kind of really understood any of this shit, I'm like, oh, they probably just give them to you, like, because you're just so cool that you're you're on there. Like,
they do not give a fuck about you. That shit
no,
is for
bro,
yourself.
like me and like fucking a million other people that are charting every other day or something. Like, we're not special.
They don't give a fuck. They like, nigga, you want this? It's like your pictures. Remember picture day in elementary, nigga?
You had to pay for that shit.
You had to pay for that shit. They like, we don't give a fuck about these pictures.
But when you think about it, though, too, like Jewel Box Platinum, the company that makes all the plaques, like the legit company, they're like a small company out in California, and it's like, you know, it's going to cost more money because it's a smaller little operation, but you know, you can't just get a plaque. Like, you have to, like, when you apply, you fill out the form, they got to reach out to the label, or maybe that's you. Like, I don't know, maybe you're independent and that's you, but like they got to verify. Yeah. And then once they verify that you were a part of the, you know, the charting record, then you got to pay for it. You get they send you a catalog and then pick out the one that you want. And
that's what's
you
up.
got to send them your credit card number.
They like, nigga,
not a scam.
No, it's not a scam. You definitely can get it, man. Shout out Mike.
It's worth it though.
Mike has a plaque in the studio from they charted number 6 with a LMA track that they did here. So that's just crazy. Seeing that in the studio is motivation, man. Because it's a crazy market out here, man. Everything is oversaturated. There's so many people out here making music, so it's hard to bleed through, but. You know, a lot of people, you know, if you love to do it, just keep fucking doing it. You never know what's going to happen. So.
Hell yeah.
So, man, is there anybody you want to shout out? Anything else you want to talk about or bring to light?
Man, yeah, shout out to the whole hip hop lab, Lando, Shaq, Shitty Boys, DSM.
Hell yeah. Man, shout out to homie, shout out to home team.
All DSM just got their chains too.
Hell
congratulations.
Yeah,
I know I haven't seen them in a couple days. Like, I haven't seen them since I got them, but
word. That's what's up, man. Shout out to the team. Y'all boys is out here.
Jake Sand
doing big things.
Bye Kyle, RJ Lamont.
Oh, before we wrap up too, I want to ask you. I forgot to ask you about how's the touring been, man? You've been going on tour and y'all been doing Rolling Loud the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I actually seen y'all at Rolling Loud in Miami and in California. I was there both times.
Oh yeah.
But tell me how that's been. Yeah,
touring is, man, that's like a crazy experience, man. That shit is definitely it was a bucket list thing for me, for sure. I'm glad that, you know, I'm in the position to even be on tour with, you know, one of the hottest artists, you know, and traveling the country. I've never even been to like half of those states.
Yeah.
And like, it's just dope. And then just get, you know, you see the love that, you know, from the fans. It's crazy. I remember before the tours ever started, we did like the first Shitty Boys show, like since the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you know, they were early on in their career and they might have played a couple shows here, but just seeing that in person, like seeing the fans like just going crazy, like, is just something else. Yeah. And then shit, I got a fan base from them too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
nigga, for
like,
sure.
That's
niggas know you are. You on the couch for a reason, Danny.
That's just crazy because I sometimes I just literally feel like just that dude from Walled Lake.
No, I feel you. And
literally running around with Pharaoh. Like,
it's
in the
okay to be humble, bro. It's okay to be humble. Like, and that's why I feel like why I fuck with you even from the first day we met is you are a real down to earth like dude, for real. Like, I rock with how just yourself you are, and it's cool, especially in the situation you're in, because nigga, y'all niggas is doing something different right now. Like, it's, you know, I don't even want to say it has been done, but there's only certain people that come out of this city and they are known worldwide. You feel me?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That shit is crazy. So it's dope to just see you be able to enjoy that, but also still be humbled and down to earth too, which is cool.
Yeah, I feel like the humbling part is like, you know, you want to stay humble, because as soon as like your ego takes over, you know, that's just when like bad shit happens, like, or like you know, you slow up and you think you're bigger than you really are, and you stop working,
and then
you
gotta
piss people off, and then that shit just it's not really cool.
Relationships are everything, man. It matters how you treat people, and being compassionate and just doing right by people is important, because like you said, you don't know when the shit is not gonna be going your way, and karma's a motherfucker.
I don't even want to say like any names, but I've seen it already.
Yeah,
like some artists that like kind of I feel like did wrong by maybe fans or something, and not in the same position, and I feel like that's not very helpful, because that's who you need to bring you back up.
100%. Like, just do right by everybody, man. Treat people how you want to be treated. All that shit you learned in elementary school that your mama told you. Just be compassionate and be kind to people. That shit is important. It's okay to be cool, but it's also cool to be kind.
Yeah, no, those are definitely words to live by, for sure.
100%. Well, man, I appreciate you, Danny G, man. It's always been a pleasure. We got to get back in the studio, make some hits.
No doubt.
And thank you for coming and fucking with us, man.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, this has been the Loft 313. I'm your host, Felix, a.k.a. Felix the Don, a.k.a. Top 2 and Not 2. And we out. What up, though, everybody? We appreciate y'all checking us out this week. Welcome back to the Loft Studios. Today, we got my brother, CEO Stu.
I'm serving product, I'm slapping trips. For the paper, I take the risk. It's no love inside the game. I don't trust no one but my stick. Banging plays, I'm on the road, conversating with my skids. You can't feel me when I'm talking, cause you ain't never catch no brick. This real hustle, where the paper, flip whatever for my chips. You heard Tween just left the shop, we slapping teeners out our kicks. Spinning traffic, quick footwork, we step and serve them off the hit. I'm on the block with contraband, striking deals to stack my slip. Like a diamond in the dirt, still gon' shine the darkest days. Dukes tell me switch my life, but Stewie trapped inside his way. $40 burner jacket, slapped out 9K in some plays. Unwrap this raw dope and break it down, then I split my ways. Where my golden skill award, I'm number 1, I beat the trap. For 90 days straight, I'm locked inside my hustle, bandit racks up. With a Glocky in my pocket, it's confrontation, you call back up. I'm the type to bend bare face, you want an eye block with your mask up. MBB, we not a gang, this a hustle organization. All my members plug in work, you catch us ballin' through inflation. This the bag gon' be forever, so far, my best creation. You're goddamn deep. I can't be around lazy, I'm tryna push myself to death. I hit a play, run through the counter, line them up like what move next. You can't keep up with my paper, 2 flips, it cost your check. Been a leader since a kid, I caught a shot, control the press. Ride the limit the way there, I'm racing back, but I ain't face. It's all pros, I'm in here tripping, finna grab another safe. Stack for stack, go stand on business, first one to cash a rate. Income on top of income, ain't no way I lose that race. If it's not about my moolah or my brand, don't hit my phone. I'm on the road to riches, you can't get me out my zone. Type of shit I pack, crack your vest, and send you home. 2 stacks and some work, and I'll teach you triple stove. Look, who thought I was done? Before I eat stew, I like step back, that's what I said. I'm worth $1 billion, you can't put that on my head. I ain't choose to go to college, but I still pack my lead. Fuck the honky, flick the lights, ayy, I flee the fed. He been dunking when I see him, I'ma call it isolation. Quarter bricky of that on me now, it ain't no faking. How the fuck is that your mans? He got caught and wrote a statement. If you do that in the bag, you getting cooked, it ain't no bacon.